Today I want to talk about a heavy yet incredibly courageous topic. So among my followers, one of the questions I get asked the most is, if I'm a foreigner, especially a woman, do I need to wear hijab in Iran? So why do women have to wear it? And what does it really mean to wear or not wear one? But what most people have never asked is, why the bravest, boldest, most fearless people in Iran often are women? On Iranian streets, girls climb onto trash bins, take off their scarves, set them on fire, and wave them like flags. They are unarmed, they only have their bodies and their voices, and they know they could die for this. So why do they still choose to do so? When we talk about Iran in recent years, we must talk about the massive women-led protests that erupted in 2022. It started with a 22-year-old Kurdish woman named Mahsa Amini, who was arrested because her hijab was not worn properly. So in reality, many young women in Iran don't wear scarf perfectly. It's often intentionally loose, symbolic, and cruel. So this isn't about breaking rules, it's a silent social norm of resistance. Amini wasn't the only one doing this, but she was a little bit unlucky. Just hours after being taken into morality police custody, so she died. The authorities denied any wrongdoing, claiming a medical condition, but the bruises on her body said otherwise. Her death ignited a nationwide movement. Women across Iran took off their hijab, burned them, and waved them high. On the streets, they chanted, Zendagi, Azadi. What women were protesting was no longer just women's rights. It was the corruption, the economic decay, and the suffocating system that had pressed on them for decades. It was a cry for the right to control their own bodies as human beings. So why are Iranian women so fearless? Some of my viewers casually commented on many of my posts. They chose a theocracy and they deserve it. But no human beings voluntarily choose a government that oppressed them. So just as 100 years ago, Chinese people didn't choose warlords, so choice didn't even exist back then. Politics and history evolved through extremely complicated layers of power, betrayal, and chance. So Iran, like many global South nations, has gone through cycles of rise and collapse, conquest and defeat for thousands of years. Today's authoritarian system didn't appear out of thin air. It's a cumulative result of religion, empire, revolution, and colonialism. And women, they have always been squeezed into the harshest corners. Their marriage, clothing choice, travel, even their speech require permission. Legally, they are placed below men, yet paradoxically, women are also the core of family, culture, and religion. This contradiction forged a level of resilience that's rare in the world. They're not free, but they have never stopped resisting. Few know that as early as the 19th century, Iran already had a woman who changed its history. Her name was Tahira Qura al-Ain. She was Iran's first female theologian, a poet, and a revolutionary ahead of her time. Born into an elite family, she later encountered the Babi movement, a new religious awakening deviating from the Orthodox Islam. She studied, taught, debated, and used her brilliance and charisma to preach. The most shocking thing happened during a male-filled religious conference. She publicly removed her veil. Even today, unveiling is a huge act of defiance in many Muslim societies, let alone in the 19th century. The Shah at the time, Nasser al-Din, initially admired her and wanted to spare her, but for political reasons and because Tahira refused to betray her beliefs, he ordered her execution. She was only 35 when she died. Dressed as a bride, she was strangled by a drunk officer in the middle of the night. Before her death, she said, "You can kill me, but you cannot stop the emancipation of women." During the height of the Mahsa Amini protest, I happened to spend a significant amount of time in Iran. So I was invited to some all-women parties. Because in Iran and many parts of the Middle East, women and men do parties separately. Inside those private spaces, I saw the real side of Iranian women. They wore the boldest, sexiest clothes. They blasted the loudest music. They danced, drank, some smoked. They cheered for football, listened to underground songs, and at the end, they shouted together, Zendagi, Azadi. But when the party ended, each woman put her scarf back on and stepped back into the reality waiting outside. Today, if you go to Iran, you may see women without hijab, depending on the city or neighborhood. Does that mean you shouldn't wear one? So my suggestion is, if you're a foreigner, wear it. You are not there to reform the system, and they shouldn't have to bear the cost for you. As for Iranian women without hijab, it's not because the hijab law has been abolished. Even after years of protests, the law still stands. But they still choose to resist anyway, even though they could be arrested, beaten, imprisoned, or become the next Mahsa Amini. So returning to our original question, why do they choose to do this? Because these brave women are not just individuals. They are daughters, sisters, mothers. They fight not only for themselves, but for every girl they love. Some rights in some countries are as natural as breathing, but in Iran, such rights require generations of struggle. If they stop resisting, those rights will never come. So when we return again to the words, Zendagi, Azadi, women, life, freedom. For women in Iran, it's not a slogan, it's a way for survival. It's their vision of the future. It's a belief that a woman can choose who she wants to be, without a law or man telling her otherwise.